Do it.
Who are you? Let go of me.
Tie her up.
Let go of me.
Mr. Sean, we can begin the bone marrow transplant now.
How can you do this to me? I'm your wife.
Yansy, Sherry is dying because of you. I just need a little of your bone marrow. I've been merciful already.
What happened to Sherry had nothing to do with me.
If you want Declan to live longer, then shut up.
What are you going to do to my grandpa? He should never have come to your family.
You're right. If it weren't for what he said, how could I have married you?
I'm pregnant.
Shut up. Don't mention that bastard. Take her away.
Get ready for the bone marrow biopsy. By the way, Mr. Sean said there's no need for anesthesia.
Why is he so cruel?
I've heard that it feels like giving birth without anesthesia. Take it as a practice. Don't worry, Miss Lauren. Yancy's bone marrow has already been stored. Mr. Sean will just think it was transplanted into you.
You did an excellent job. Too bad Yansy didn't die on the operating table. Lucky for her.
Of course, only if she's alive can we make her suffer even more.
Well, you're still alive.
Get out!
Malcolm likes me being brazen. Your eyes are beautiful. In a few days, I'll have Malcolm give them to me. Ha ha ha.
Sherry, are you okay? Someone, stop all of Declan's life support.
I'm begging you. Please spare my grandpa.
Apologize to Sherry.
Yansy, I should apologize to you. In order to save me, you sacrificed your unborn baby. My injury is really nothing.
What did you do to my baby?
Yansy, even if the baby is innocent, it's still another man's... Oh.
Malcolm, the baby is yours.
Get lost. Do you think I'm stupid? Anyone who offends me will end up like this?
Malcolm, I feel so dizzy.
Sherry.
I feel dizzy.
If it weren't for my grandpa, your grandpa would have been long gone.
Malcolm, as long as you let my grandpa go, I'll agree to a divorce and let you be with Sherry.
What kind of trick is that now?
If you don't believe me, we can go get the divorce certificate right now.
Wake up, bitch. I knew you were lying to me. Anyone who offends me will end up like this.
Yansy! 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 Yansy, are you all right? Doctor!
Yansy, what are you doing here? Ask your family to pay the bill, or we have to kick you out today.
Can't you see she's so weak?
Hey, mind your own business. Yansy, listen up. If you don't pay the bill today, then get out of here.
I'll pay. Her medical expenses.
Do you know how much she owes the hospital? And there are surgery costs too? Who are you to her? Can you actually afford that? This is the black card with unlimited credit. Exclusive for the top 3 families.
I'll cover all her future medical bills. And you are not cut out to be a doctor.
I'm sorry, sir. Sorry, Mrs. Scott. I was too stupid to recognize you. Please forgive me.
Just leave.
Yansy, don't worry. I'll make Malcolm pay for this. How are you feeling? Are you tired?
Oh, Yansy, you've just recovered and got a new boy? Male friend to take care of you now?
Let's go. Just ignore him.
Wait.
Yansy, are you okay? Yansy.
I'm fine.
Yansy, you've really got a knack for cheating on me. Who's gonna be your next target?
Malcolm, are you alright? Yansy, you've been fooling around. Now you even brought a man back to hurt Malcolm.
Shut up! I knew quite well what you are.
Malcolm, my heart is suddenly racing.
Don't worry. I'll get a doctor to check on you.
Malcolm, I want you to come with me.
I'm busy. Go on your own.
But I really feel unwell. I want you to be there with me.
I told you I'm busy. Sorry. There. I'll pick you up later. Within 1 hour. I want to know everything about Jerrick Barrett. No one else can touch my stuff, even if I don't want it.
Mr. Sean, Jerrick just got back from abroad. He went to the same university as Mrs. Sean. It seems he's currently looking for a job here.
Hire him in the name of the group. I'll make him know what's off limits.
Let's set up a time to meet at your company.
What's making you so happy?
Sean Group wants to hire me.
You can't go. Why? You just can't go to that company. The guy you just hit was the president of Sean Group.
The president of Sean Group? Now, I definitely have to go.
Mrs. Sean, you...
Malcolm, Jerrick has nothing to do with what's between us. Just come at me. Don't hurt him.
Yansy, don't forget, you're still my wife. Don't fool around with other men. You want to divorce me? How dare you?
Divorce is what you and Sherry have always wanted, isn't it?
Yansy, you've got another man, right? Are you in such a hurry to divorce me?
Enough, Malcolm. Don't pretend you care. Just spare Jerrick and Grandpa, and I'll let you two be together.
Let us be together? You two want to be together, as I see.
Let go of me.
Why? Are you scared now? I'm telling you. Neither of you can get away.
Yansy, you are here too?
I came to see my husband. Do I need your permission first?
Malcolm, that's not what I meant. Yansy, are you divorcing Malcolm because of the man from yesterday?
Malcolm, whether you believe my relationship with Jerrick or not, I must get the money I'm supposed to get after the divorce. Because it's you who failed me.
My eyes.
Are you all right? Yansy, apologize to Sherry.
Sorry. Why was I so careless that I didn't blind you?
Hot coffee splashed into her eyes and damaged the optic nerves. Her left eye might gradually lose its sight.
Malcolm, my eyes hurt so much. I won't be able to see you in the future, right?
Don't worry. I won't let that happen.
Malcolm, don't blame Yansy. She was just upset with me because of the bone marrow.
No worries. I'll make sure you get justice. Yansy.
Malcolm, what's wrong with you? Let go of me.
I'm taking you to apologize to Sherry.
Malcolm, you jerk. Aren't you afraid of retribution?
What goes around comes around. You blinded Sherry in one eye. Is asking for one of yours too much?
Mr. Sean, Miss Lauren has developed an infection. She now needs a transplant for both eyes.
Malcolm, are you really going to make me blind because of Sherry?
Mr. Sean, time waits for no one. If this keeps up, Miss Lauren will be completely blind.
Stop it! Malcolm, be a real man. Yansy is your wife, yet you're going to take her eyes because of another woman.
She's my wife. What's it got to do with you?
I've already consulted with a professor. Sherry's eyes were not seriously injured at all. There's no need for a transplant. With your power, it's a breeze to look into this. Yansy, sorry, I'm late.
Jerrick, let go of her if you don't want to regret it.
Let's get a divorce. I want no ties with you anymore.
Yansy, rest assured, I've arranged everything at your grandpa's side. How about leaving the country with me?
I'll make those who bullied me pay.
You can leave all this to me. I
want to do it myself.
Sherry,
Malcolm, Dr. Daniels almost got Yansy injured. I'll apologize to her.
no need. She hurt you first anyway. Sherry, I'm going to a charity dinner this Friday, so I can't stay with you.
Isn't this the perfect chance to announce that I'll be the next Mrs. Shawn? Malcolm, take me with you.
Yancey and I aren't divorced yet. It's not appropriate to bring you along.
All right. Go back to your work then.
I'm off now.
Okay. Yancey, it's you again.
Where's the patient in the ward?
She's been discharged.
Discharged? Who did she leave with?
She left with a man.
Jerrick. How dare you? The project leader from Franmore Group is here today. We must secure this deal.
Long time no see? Sherry, are your eyes all right?
Yancey, those incompetent doctors misdiagnosed it. Please don't be mad.
Mr. Shawn got tricked by a few doctors? That's ridiculous.
Malcolm, let's go inside. Yancey. I didn't do it on purpose. I was going to apologize to Yancey. I really didn't expect to make her angry again.
What? You want to apologize again? Are you going to take my eyes or ears this time?
Mr. Shawn, actually, I think you're the one who should donate your eyes.
Who do you think you are? You have no right to speak here?
Malcolm, you need a mistress to stand up for you now?
If I'm not mistaken, you're the project leader from Franmore Group, right?
You're in charge of that billion-dollar project? I was being reckless just now. I hope we can keep working together.
Miss, who are you then? Are you Mrs. Shawn? Or a homewrecker? Who stepped in? Mr. Shawn's marriage?
You.
Then who are you? Are you my wife's confidant? Or her secret lover?
Malcolm, stop playing the victim. You were the one cheating.
Let me introduce myself properly. I'm Jerrick Barrett, the president of Franmore Group. I think there's no point in continuing the partnership between Franmore Group and Shawn Group. I can't acknowledge Mr. Shawn's abilities.
Are you okay?
That's gross.
How was my cooperation?
Awesome. The fish is about to bite the bait.
Malcolm, it's all my fault. Should I apologize to Yancey? She values the past between you two. She'll definitely help out.
Do you think I need a woman's help to secure a deal?
No, I mean... You really still have a thing for her. Why? Can't I win your heart no matter what? Hello? At the back of Beverly Hotel.
I did all you asked. When can we be together?
Harold, once I get the money, let's head back to our hometown together. There's just one more thing to do.
What should I do?
Help me get rid of Yancey. Otherwise, we'll never get the Shawn family's money.
Don't worry. I won't mess up this time.
Humph. Yancey, you redone for this time.
The great Mr. Shawn got tricked by a few doctors? That's ridiculous.
Keep a close watch on Sherry. I want to know her every move.
Got it?
By the way, find someone.
Yansy, do you want me to work with Sean Group?
Jerrick, don't worry about me. Trust your own judgment.
Okay.
Right now, I just hope Grandpa to get well soon.
I hope my decisions won't hurt you. Sherry, Jerrick has left. I'm here waiting at the hospital. I'll act as soon as Yansy comes out.
Harold, once this is done, I'll make sure to reward you.
Okay.
Sir, to Oakworth Community. Sir, did you take the wrong way? Where are we? Who are you? What do you want? Let me get off. I'm getting off now. Otherwise, I'll call the police.
Stop struggling. I've already blocked the signal in the car.
Who sent you here? Was it Sherry?
Is that Jerrick? Listen, I've got your woman. If you want her safe and sound, do exactly as I say. What are you doing? Release her right now. I'll pay whatever it takes. Shut up. I'm not after money. Then what do you want? Call Sean Group right now. Then agree to work with them. Send me a photo of the signed contract. So, you work for Malcolm. Remember, no cops, or she'll be end. Hello? Malcolm.
Jerrick, what are you doing here?
I agree to work with your company. Get the contract ready. I'll sign it right now.
What did you say, but...
Stop pretending, Malcolm. Her life is at stake. I don't have time for this. Hurry up.
Charlie, bring the contract with Franmore Group.
Mr. Sean.
Don't waste your time. Just sign it.
Hey, you. Mr. Sean, that's...
Malcolm, did the project with Franmore Group get finalized?
How do you know?
It's just that I've been praying for you. It seems it works.
Mr. Sean, congratulations.
Wait, something's off. Go find out where Yansy is. Hello.
I found her. She's on the outskirts of the city.
Harold, good job. She's still with you, right?
Of course. She's quite pretty.
Do as you please.
Hey, it'll be a waste if I end you like this. Let me have some fun before that.
Let go of me.
Right, louder. You turned me on. Let me go. Stop it. Trying to be the hero? It's not that easy.
Malcolm, untie me now.
Yansy, are you okay?
Untie me.
I'll get you out of here.
I'm not going. Jerrick.
You really care about him that much?
None of you can get out. I've planted explosives all over this building. With just one press, you'll all be blown up. Yansy, go. Yansy! Are you all right?
Malcolm? How's Malcolm doing? Is he okay?
He's fine. He just came out of surgery. He's out of the danger now. The doctor said the surgery went very well.
No, I need to see. Take it easy.
You just fainted earlier.
What happened? What's going on?
Tim? Victoria?
Yansy, you're such a jinx. If I were you, I'd regret it. Malcolm ended up like this because of you. Why don't you go to hell? Hey, wanna leave after causing trouble? Stop right there. Let's talk. Who are you? Why are you so cheap? She's just some trash that Malcolm didn't want. You want this trash?
I respect you as an elder. Stop talking nonsense. Otherwise, I won't go easy on you.
Who are you?
This gentleman is in charge of the project of Franmore Group, Jerrick Barrett. Yansy, you'd better stay away from Malcolm. I'm the one he loves.
Shut up. Listen, I've never hit a woman before, but don't give me a reason to change that. And I've already reported this to the police. I'll go dig into this. That woman is just a psycho. Don't overthink it.
I get it. I'm just thinking, who asked them to take me to that unfinished building? I originally thought it was Malcolm, but I still can't believe he'd use such a cheap trick.
You're still defending him?
What do you mean?
Actually, on that day, I first went to Sean Group to sign the contract. I was planning to stall the criminal first. Later on, I found you through the tracking device on your phone, but I never expected he'd find you so soon as well. How did he know that place?
The tracking device? In my phone?
Sorry. Ever since that night at Beverly Hotel, I couldn't stop worrying about you. So I secretly installed a tracking device on your phone. I didn't tell you beforehand. I'm sorry.
But if it really was Malcolm, why did he save me and even get seriously injured?
He's already got the contract. Did he really want to cause any real damage?
You signed the contract in haste. Will it impact your project?
It's just a contract. No amount of money is worth more than you.
Go ahead with your work. I'm okay. Malcolm, will you really do anything for money?
Are you so sure that it was me?
Haven't you always been so ruthless?
It's just $1 billion project. You think I'd team up with those thugs?
The fact is the fact.
I really shouldn't have saved you. I should have let the criminal...
Stop pretending. You saved me just to preserve your family's reputation. After all, I'm still your wife. If this gets out, will it do you any good?
Yansy, I brought you something to eat. What are you doing here?
Shouldn't I be the one asking you that? Yansy, I haven't signed the divorce papers yet. You two are acting all lovey-dovey out here, it seems like. I'm the one who shouldn't be here. I shouldn't have been saved from the criminal.
Malcolm, I don't want to see you right now. Please leave.
Malcolm, what's wrong with you? Doctor.
Yansy, I like you. I've liked you for 3 years now. But back then, all you cared about was Malcolm and nobody else. Now, I hope you can consider me...
Jerrick, now I really don't want to think about that. Grandpa is still in the ICU. We still have no idea who was behind the car accident.
This is a private detective. He used to be a top criminal investigator. He should be able to help.
Hello. I'm Jeremy Davis, a new top detective in Guilfield, and is more capable than a search engine. If you need, I can dig up everything. By the way, I'm also skilled at handling divorce cases.
Charlie.
Yes, Mr. Sean, you're awake?
What happened while I was asleep?
Well, the first time when you woke up, Mrs. Sean came by to see you. Then, she got into a spat with Miss Lauren at the door, so she didn't come in.
What else?
Then, the second time she came, she agitated you so much that you had a major bleed, and Miss Lauren had an argument with the doctor.
Is Sherry still around?
I don't think so.
If you have nothing else to do, keep a closer watch on her. She's been weird lately. Maybe I'm really at fault. Why are you still here? Hurry up and go.
Well, once I leave, you'll be here alone.
Don't worry about me. Just go.
I'm leaving then.
Just go.
I'm really leaving.
Don't scream. It's me.
Are you crazy? What are you doing here? It's an upscale apartment. Not only does it have cameras, but also security patrolling around. If they spot you, we'll both be screwed.
Sherry, I have no choice. They've already dug up my background. I even don't dare to go back home.
There are $3,000 on this card. You know the password. Don't call me during this period. I'll contact you once things are done.
Are you kidding me?
What do you mean?
200,000.
Harold, you're asking for the moon. How can I get so much money?
Sherry, I end up like this, all because of you. You can't just abandon me like this. If I get caught, you won't get away either.
Is that a threat?
No, you know, I love you, Sherry. How could I ever threaten you?
Miss Lauren? Are you at home?
Shh. Yes.
Miss Lauren.
What's up? I was just about to take a shower.
A security guard just told me someone suspicious was hanging around your place. I got worried and came over to check.
Someone suspicious? Really? They must have got it wrong.
What's that sound?
Wasn't I just going to take a shower? Probably something wasn't put properly and fell. By the way, what are you doing here? Where's Malcolm?
He's in the hospital. Right, he woke up for a short while and fell asleep again. The doctor said he needs more rest to recover, but he was worried about you, so he sent me to check on you.
How can you leave him alone at the hospital? Go back now. What, if anything, happens to him? Then...
I'm leaving.
Okay, go on, just go.
Sherry.
What are you doing? You scared me. You just said to take a shower? Charlie just left. You...
What are you afraid of? Come on, I've been thinking about this.
Hello?
I've got some progress on what you asked me to look into.
Go ahead.
That Sherry Lauren you asked me to investigate is possibly your biological sister.
What?
I discovered 2 paternity test reports. The one who asked for it was your grandpa, Declan Scott. Hello? Are you okay?
Well, I'm all right.
Should I continue?
Let me think it over.
Okay. Doesn't it make you feel bad by doing this?
What's meant to happen will happen as someone who's involved. She has the right to know the truth.
But the truth can be quite painful.
Only the pain can make her realize who loves her the most.
How's the thing going?
Relax. I've already paid a security guard in Sherry's community. I'll be aware of all her actions. Hello?
Someone sneaked out of Miss Lauren's place wearing a baseball cap and a mask and holding an expensive bag.
Okay, got it.
How's everything going at the company?
Well, some board members have become a bit ambitious.
I knew I couldn't count on you. Go get my discharge papers ready. I'm going back right now.
Your health comes first. Mr.
Hey,
Sean.
go? It won't hurt me.
Mr. Sean? Take it slow. What if your wound opens up again? Mrs. Sean.
Wow, you're carrying all that stuff. Didn't Jerrick show up?
None of your business.
Mrs. Sean. Mr. Sean actually cares about you a lot. Come on, I'll help you carry them upstairs.
Charlie, don't you have anything else to do?
Well, he's just in denial. He went to check on you as soon as he got out of surgery, but you made him faint from anger.
Shut up.
Malcolm, why did you get discharged so early? I almost missed it. Come on, try out the new wheelchair I bought you.
You're always so thoughtful. Let's go. Heading to your place.
Malcolm, just don't regret it in the future. Instead of wasting your time here, you might as well check on the company.
He's actually a good boss. If only he knows how to talk.
Charlie, what are you mumbling about on wine?
Did I say anything, Mrs. Sean?
Nope.
Be careful. I'll get you some water.
Okay.
What's wrong?
Did someone visit here?
No.
Declan asked me. to take good care of you. If something happens, don't keep it from me. Okay?
No worries, I'm fine. Look, I'm doing just great.
By the way, where's the bag I got for you?
It's too precious. I tucked it away. It's right in there. If you want to take a look, I'll go get it.
Never mind. No need. I have some business to attend to. I gotta go.
All right.
Find out where Sherry's luxury bag is. Remember, don't alert her yet.
Yes, Mr. Sean, leave it to me.
If you mess up again.
Mr. Sean?
Yancey.
Well, what?
Yancey.
Mr. Sean? You all right? Hey, Mr. Sean? Malcolm?
Yancey.
Charlie, what's wrong with Malcolm?
I have no idea. It just happened all of a sudden. Miss Lauren, please help him get to the back seat. I'll take you to the hospital.
Is the hospital really a good place? It's full of viruses. The most important thing is to let Malcolm have a rest in a room. Come on, hurry up.
Hey.
Yancey.
Take it slow. Who are you?
Yancey.
Mr. Sean.
Why did you hurt me?
Yancey.
What are you still doing here? Are you going to watch it? Would you even sit down? Just go.
Yancey.
Am I really not better than that bitch?
Yancey. The position of Mrs. Sean will only be mine.
Mr. Sean.
What happened?
Mr. Sean, the board directors asked you to go back for a meeting. It's urgent.
Malcolm.
This meeting got scheduled. All of a sudden, what are you guys up to?
Malcolm. Years ago, we helped your grandpa build the business. Watch your attitude.
Don't be so arrogant. Without us, can the Sean family survive today?
How dare you? Stop pushing your luck. Otherwise, I'll buy out all your shares.
All right, Malcolm. They're your elders after all. Let's get the meeting started as soon as possible.
Tim, even you're taking their side? What's on the agenda this time?
It's about Jerrick joining the board.
What? How can he be qualified as an outsider?
Besides the project worth $1 billion, I can also bring the company more international resources.
That explains it. Then what is she doing here?
Ms. Yancey Scott is now my assistant.
All right. Today, let's vote to decide it, okay?
Mr. Sean, here's Jerrick's file you asked for. Everything's here.
He must be after more than this.
Plus, the board members seem to be all involved.
It has something to do with Tim, right?
Should we do something about it?
No need for now. Let's see what will happen.
Yancey, it's fine if you're late, but you even brought your lover here? What a disgrace!
What's between Malcolm and me is none of your business. And stay out of my personal business.
Malcolm lost his parents when he was a kid. I watched him grow up. He's like my own child. I won't stand by and watch you treat him this way.
Really? Where were you when he was injured and in the hospital?
Yancey, you uncultured brat.
That's enough. Things are messy enough already.
You're making a scene in front of everybody. You are not worthy of being Mrs. Sean. You've really disgraced Gabriel. Gabriel?
You don't deserve to talk about him. It's all your family's fault. If your grandpa hadn't shamelessly pleaded with Gabriel and married you into our family, they wouldn't have been in that car accident. And you're still defending him? Who do you think you are to come to our family?
Excuse me, is Mr. Jerrick Barrett here?
That's me.
Mr. Barrett, Mr. Gabriel Sean left a will before he passed away. The will mentions that all his shares in Sean Group will be transferred to you.
That's impossible. That's absolutely impossible.
Thanks, Grandpa.
You're Blair's son? You're Blair's son?
You came from abroad because of Sean Group, right?
That's what the Sean family owes my mom. Back then, my mom walked away from her life as a wealthy heiress and came to Gilfield to start a business with Malcolm's dad. The Sean family owed their success to our family's connections and influence. However, once Tyler Sean became rich, he dumped my mom and had Malcolm later on.
Jerrick, It is the first time I feel you're like a stranger to me.
But Yansy, my love for you is real.
The matters between you is none of my business. I just want to live a peaceful life.
Our partnership is over now.
Don't, Mr. Barrett. You've just come into wealth and you want to cut ties with me? Lately, Harold keeps bothering me. Could you help me handle it?
Take care of your own business. I won't do anything illegal.
Then I can't guarantee there won't be any problem at Harold's side.
Hello? Jeremy, find a way to let Yansy know about Sherry's secret.
Why are you so angry? Did she upset you?
No more questions. Just get on with it.
Malcolm, back in the day, I forced your dad to marry Blair, which made them a miserable couple. I hope you can marry the one you truly like. Do you want to marry her?
All these years, she's the only one I want.
Sherry, are you really pregnant? Gabriel, did you hear that? Malcolm will have a kid. You're truly a lucky star of our family.
Victoria, it's just 3 weeks. We still don't know if it's a boy or a girl.
As long as it's Malcolm's kid, its gender doesn't matter. You're much better than that non-laying woman. Stop right there. You heard our conversation just now? You've already divorced Malcolm. Don't come to our family anymore.
I'm here just to mourn Gabriel. I can't help if that bothers any of you. You'll just have to put up with it.
That's outrageous. How can you be so shameless and cheap?
Who said we got divorced? How come I didn't know it? Before I sign the divorce papers, she'll still be my wife.
Malcolm, I'm pregnant.
Sherry, on today's occasion. I'm not in the mood for jokes.
I'm not kidding. I'm pregnant with our child. Maybe Gabriel is blessing us from the heavens. Malcolm, what's wrong with you? You weren't like this that night. You said you loved me and you'd give me a home. Have you changed your mind?
Well, Malcolm, knock it off. Sherry is carrying your baby. You should marry her. And you bitch, get out of here. There's no room for you here anymore.
Doctor, how's my grandpa?
Congratulations. Your grandpa is getting better. He can be moved to a regular ward soon. However, he won't regain consciousness these days. If you have time, you can talk to him more often.
Okay.
Yansy.
Well, what are you doing here?
I've been worried about you, so I came to check on you here.
What's the matter?
You're starting work at Sean Group with me tomorrow. What are your thoughts on this?
Nothing special. Now Grandpa's finally getting better. I need to make money and look to the future.
I heard Sherry is pregnant.
Malcolm, let's get the divorce certificate tomorrow.
You want a divorce so badly? No matter how I treated you, you never wanted to leave me. Tell me, have you fallen in love with Jerrick?
Malcolm, didn't you get it yet? It's between us and no one else.
You even had a baby with another man, and you're still denying it?
Malcolm, just drop the act. If it hadn't been for Gabriel's arrangement, you wouldn't have married me.
I'll prove it to you.
Hold on a sec.
Malcolm, Sherry is already pregnant with your baby. Stop pretending to be the good guy.
I didn't. You're the one who had a bastard with someone else, Del.
Malcolm, you jerk. I'm your wife. Yet you don't trust me? Instead, you believe what Sherry said? Give me a call when you finally think it through.
Malcolm, not only your woman will be mine, but everything you care about will also be mine.
Pretty boy, can you buy me a drink?
Get lost. Leave me alone.
Damn, how dare you make trouble here? Teach him a hard lesson. Hold on. this watch. He seems to be from the Shawn family.
Harold, stop right there.
Bro, let me go. We can talk it out.
Why did you stop?
I was wrong, really.
Tell me, did you catch Yansy last time?
Yansy? Who is Yansy? I don't know.
Still playing dumb?
Listen, someone did tell me to do it, and you actually know who it is. What can you do to me?
Is it Sherry?
Who's Sherry? I don't know her. Damn it, I've been cornered by you guys all these days. I just want some money. Otherwise, I'll destroy you. Hurry up.
Mr. Shawn, are you all right?
I'm fine. Go after them.
Okay.
Dad, are you looking over me from above?
Get up if you're not dead.
Yansy, you're here. I thought you didn't like me anymore, and you were avoiding me even in dreams.
How much did you drink?
Yansy, please don't leave me.
Malcolm, what are you doing? Let go of me.
I won't. If I do it, you'll never be mine anymore.
All right, just get up.
The plan has been moved ahead. Let's get started.
Can it wait for a few days? Malcolm is really not doing well. I'm worried he can't take the blow.
Why? Feeling sorry for your nephew?
You're also my nephew. I'm just caught in the middle.
Tim, save it in front of me. Just get it done.
All right? Don't forget what you promised me.
Don't worry. Whatever Malcolm can't give you, I'll make it up to you.
Why is this jerk so heavy?
Why are you talking bad about me?
What are you doing?
I need a shower. Otherwise, I can't fall asleep.
Do you have OCD?
Can't you just make do with it? I never make do with anything in my life.
Then why did you make do with marrying me?
Because I've long fallen for you. You're my fate and the only one I love. You were the only light in my youth.
Get away. Get away, jerk. You already have a kid with another woman, yet you're still hitting on me. If you ends up drowning, I'll have to take the responsibility. Yansy, you really are hopeless. What's there to be worried about? Can he really drown himself? That jerk. If he drowns, let him be. He deserves it.
Mr. Shawn, is Mrs. Shawn cursing you?
Given your smart move last night, I won't hold it against you. By the way, did you catch that guy last night?
Well, he got away.
Tell me, is there anything you can actually achieve?
At least when I was chasing that bad guy, I still remembered to call Mrs. Shawn.
What did you tell her last night?
I said you were being chased by bad guys and asked her to come save you.
Then, what did she say?
She said, it'd be better if you just died. Well, but she still cared about you. Mr. Shawn, did you catch a cold? Why? She didn't let you sleep in bed?
That's bullshit. It must be Yansy thinking about me.
Hello? An audit? So how's everything doing in the company? Okay, I'm heading back with Mr. Sean right now.
Mr. Sean, your company is reported for tax evasion, and in one of last year's projects, we discovered that your company was engaged in bribing public officials.
Anything else?
Oh, isn't that enough? That sounds like an old dog.
If that's the case, I guess I'll go with you guys.
Hey, sir, there must be some misunderstanding. Sean Group is one of the biggest taxpayers in Gillfield.
Biggest taxpayers?
Yay.
But the accounts must be clear. Martyr Sean, please step aside and don't disturb my work.
Jerrick, your strategies aren't that smart.
Malcolm, what exactly is going on?
Yansy, how much were you involved in this?
What? Are you behind this?
Yansy, are you questioning me? Have you forgotten what he did to you?
I just think using sneaky tactics is too despicable.
If I really want to take him down, why would I risk harming the company's interests? Don't forget, I'm also a shareholder of Sean Group.
You really didn't do it?
If I want to get something, I'll go through the proper channels. Just like even if I love you, I'd never force you to be with me.
Jerrick, time for the meeting.
Please call me Mr. Barrett. And remember to knock before getting in my office. Malcolm is currently under investigation. The company needs a new head. For now, I'm holding the most shares, besides Malcolm. So if I become the president, you'll have no objections, right?
Mr. Barrett is also a member of the Sean family. It's only natural for him to become the president.
Tim is still here. No matter what, it shouldn't be Jerrick to take charge of the company. Mr. Hobbs, it's not that serious. It's time for the younger generation to lead. When my dad was alive, he said, I could only be a warrior, but not a general. But
for the company, whoever holds more shares has the final say. Mr. Hobbs, do you think I don't have enough shares? Guys, get the share transfer agreement ready for Mr. Hobbs.
Jerrick, you. Tim, don't play with fire.
Now, does anyone else want to leave?
Jerrick, you kicked Malcolm out behind my back. What do you want?
Why? Malcolm is about to lose his position. You're getting anxious?
Aren't you afraid? I'll tell everything to Yansy.
Do you think she'll believe a sister who faked the paternity test, or me instead?
Are you threatening me?
Once, I disclosed the true paternity test to Yansy. She might even want to end you. How could she let you spout nonsense?
You're a monster.
It's been over 20 years. I've waited so long. Not just to become Malcolm's brother.
Jerrick, what should I do now? I'm pregnant. You must give me some more money.
Get out. Only Malcolm, do you see? That idiot would believe someone as lowly as you.
You think you're any better? People like me who come from the bottom are nothing like those born with a silver spoon. I have to make something of myself on my own. What have I done wrong?
I really regret having taken you out of that small fishing village.
I'm not as lucky as Yansy. I have no choice but to depend on men. What else could I do?
Sherry, you drugged me.
If Yansy sees you with me, will she still want to see you again?
You shameless.
I learned it from you. Jerrick, don't do this to me. Jerrick, I just want you to let Malcolm go. I'm carrying his baby. How could you do this to me?
Sherry, stop there.
Why? Seeing your man doing this to me, you're jealous?
Here's a piece of advice. Wise up. After all, you're carrying a baby now. Even for the child, try to do the right thing.
You better worry about yourself.
Jerrick, are you all right? Jerrick, let go of me. Jerrick, what are you doing? Let go of me.
Yansy, I've been so nice to you. Yet you keep ignoring me. Why? Malcolm is just a jerk who's lost everything. Why do you still care about him only? Why?
Drink something warm.
Thanks.
Mr. Sean told me to take care of you if he was not in the office.
Really? That's not necessary.
He really cares a lot about you. He just doesn't know how to express his thoughts. I've never seen him look so defeated before, even when he was taken away.
You don't understand what's between us.
Mrs. Sean, I've never been in a relationship, but I think he truly loves you. When you were with Jerrick, he wasn't like himself at all.
He's so self-centered and cold-hearted. Has he ever been normal?
That's not true, Mrs. Sean. Actually, that day when he got drunk, he never stopped trying to track down the guy who caught you.
He really didn't do it?
Of course not. He cares about you so much. How could he have possibly hurt you? Besides, Jerrick's project was a trap right from the start.
What are you hiding from me?
Sorry, Mrs. Sean. I can't tell you.
Never mind. Even if he did something, it's not my concern.
Mrs. Sean.
Some pains just can't be undone.
Mr. Sean has his own difficulties. You need to understand him. That seems to be Mr. Hobbs.
I've dedicated 25 years to Sean Group. I really didn't see this coming. Now I'm no longer valued and have been kicked out by an outsider. Mr. Gabriel Sean, can you see what's happening? Mr. Hobbs, what are you doing? You're embarrassing yourself. Come down right now. Tim, you're assisting the devil. You've utterly shamed the former chairman. Terrence, what are you rambling about?
Mr. Hobbs has made such a mess. There must be someone behind this. We just need to wait and see what happens.
What they're doing isn't good for the company at all. Maybe the stock will plummet tomorrow.
This just shows someone is taking advantage of the situation to reap benefits without effort.
No way this is Gabriel's life work. Do they really care nothing about it? Mr. Hobbs, if you have any grievances, you can discuss them with the company. What is this all about?
Who do you think you are? A woman swaying between two men. What gives you the right to talk to me?
She absolutely has the right. Before Mr. Sean left, he transferred all his assets to Mrs. Sean. Do you think she have the right now?
Mr. Hobbs, please come down. If you keep this up, it's going to embarrass everyone. In light of your previous contributions to the company, I can offer you a new retirement plan. If you do this, how will Mrs. Hobbs and your kid live?
Can I count on your promise?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I knew I was right about you. Yansy, you really have a knack for this. You managed to handle this with just a few words. No wonder Malcolm can't let go of you.
Sorry, Mr. Sean. I really had no choice. My wife and my son need a lot of money living abroad. If I died, what would happen to them? That's just the second floor. You sure will survive. It's just for show. Once they're no longer united, we can seize the opportunity. And yet, you were fooled with just a few words. Tim, I just wanted to see what practical solutions Yancey could have. Pa, what can she do? Are you really expecting a pension from her? Alas. All right, just drop it. This isn't over yet. But it won't be easy for Jerrick to secure the position. He wants either. Yeah. How about we find a way to get Malcolm out? It's not that simple. After all, Jerrick has a weak foundation and is easier for us to take care of. But Malcolm is a different case. He has solid roots and a strong background. If he teams up with his brother after that, we might end in a much worse way. Huh?
Mrs. Shawn, you need to sign these documents. Why don't you go visit Mr. Shawn in the hospital?
I think that's not necessary.
There are some documents that require both you and him to confirm in person. And can you just take him as a friend and go check on him?
Thanks.
Yancey, you're still taking my side. No wonder Grandpa wanted you to be his granddaughter-in-law.
Malcolm, you were still joking around at this point.
Come on, just take it as a break. I'm hungry. Did you bring me anything to eat? I feel like eating the pizza you make.
You deserve to be starved.
You didn't bring it. That's fine. I'll go to your place to eat it.
Malcolm, can you stop joking around? Don't forget you're still under investigation.
It's already been finished. I'm all right. They've made a mistake. I'm an honest businessman. How could I possibly do anything illegal?
But Charlie said you... So you two teamed up to trick me?
No, I just wanted to give those guys a chance. Otherwise, those who conspired to do something wouldn't have exposed themselves, right?
So what exactly are you hiding from me?
Just don't ask it. I'm really starving. I've transferred all my shares to you. Now I'm completely penniless. You have to take care of me or I'll end up homeless.
Malcolm, you really have a thick skin.
Please watch your behavior. Save the flirtation after you go back home. This isn't the right place for all that.
Sorry about that. We're gonna go home and flirt. Sorry. I'm exhausted.
Malcolm, go change your shoes.
I won't.
You really take here as your home? Smelly feet. You want to boss me around, even in my place? Get out of here? This is just a one-bedroom apartment and not fit for someone like you.
Hey, I'm not going anywhere. What's wrong with you?
My belly hurts.
I'll take you to the hospital.
No need to go to the hospital. Dummy, you think I got stabbed like you did? It's just my period. Go to the pharmacy downstairs and get me some painkillers.
Okay.
You really think I can't handle you?
The business giant in the city, Shawn Group, has been reported for tax evasion.
Didn't he say it's finished?
The president of Shawn Group has been taken for questioning.
Hello, Charlie? What's going on with the news report?
Well, Mrs. Shawn, let me think about it.
Why do you need to think? Charlie, I want the truth.
Fine, Mr. Shawn is now out on bail. Those people did it discreetly. Some mess of the accounts has been there since the time of the previous chairman. So, if that's true, someone's got to take the blame?
How could you keep something this big from me?
Well, Mr. Shawn didn't want to worry you.
Hey, why are you still here?
Honey, I'm so hungry and tired.
I'm warning you. Change your shoes when you come in. Here.
Can I choose not to wear them? This color is way too girly.
It's up to you. If you refuse, just leave.
All right. I'll wear them.
This.
I want to eat your homemade pizza.
Take it or leave it.
Yancey, you're treating me poorly.
If you keep this up, I'll throw you out.
What a coincidence. You're here too?
I got out so quickly. Are you surprised?
Not at all. Congratulations.
You came to our place so late. Anything you need? Why is there a bandage on your head? Did you get payback for doing evil?
Well, since it's not a good time, I'll take my leave.
Hold on, leave the stuff here. See yourself out.
Malcolm, you're a CEO anyway. Why did you even take this stuff?
Jerrick really does have bad intentions, but the stuff is good. Just take it as a gift for me.
How did I not realize that you're such a rogue?
A rogue?
$50 million. I want Malcolm's life.
Malcolm, didn't you sleep on the couch last night? Why are you here?
Good morning, honey.
Get out of here, jerk.
Honey, where's my breakfast?
Make it yourself.
Oh, you eat such greasy stuff in the morning, that's too unhealthy. We should have something nutritious.
Take this glass of water to the window.
And then...
Water with a breeze is nutritious and healthy.
Hey, you. Who's that? Such a bad time.
Malcolm.
Sherry, what brings you here?
Malcolm, why didn't you come to me? I really miss you.
Sherry, please behave yourself.
Malcolm, what's wrong with you? You said you loved me that night. What happened to you? Yansy must have done something to you, right? It must be.
Sherry, you've got a lot of nerve to come directly to my place.
Bitch. You already have Jerrick. Why are you still pestering Malcolm?
You better know your place. We're legally married. What gives you the right to cause trouble here? This is my home. Does my husband even take a look at you?
Yansy, please. I'm getting on my knees. My child can't grow up without a father. Yansy, I'm begging you. Please let us be together, okay?
Sherry, get up.
I won't get up. I made a mistake. But the baby is innocent, Yansy.
Are you all right? I'll take you to the hospital. Sorry for what happened today. I didn't mean it.
You didn't do anything wrong. There's nothing to apologize for.
It was really dangerous for Sherry. She almost lost the baby.
So why did you come to me? Go stay with your lover, who's weak and can't take care of herself.
Yansy, can you stop acting like this? Do you know Sherry is...
She's what?
Nothing.
Malcolm. We go get the divorce certificate tomorrow. I'll let you two and the kid be together. I'm really tired of this.
Yansy, do you think I have nothing left and can't meet your needs anymore? So you want to leave me?
You just have to let me down at such a critical time. Hello?
Mrs. Shawn, something happened to Mr. Shawn. He's in the hospital now. Come quickly.
Charlie, don't cry, Wolf. Have you heard about it? I'm not going. Tell Malcolm, unless he dies today. Otherwise, he must come with me to get a divorce.
Mrs. Shawn, Mr. Shawn is really in serious trouble. He's in the resuscitation room now.
Charlie, what's going on?
The guy who caught you took revenge on Mr. Shawn. It was premeditated. He waited until Mr. Shawn was drunk and stabbed him several times.
Who the hell is that guy? He dared to commit murder. That's absolutely lawless.
The doctor said. One of the stabs almost reached his heart.
Go clean yourself up. I'll stay here and keep watch.
Mrs. Shawn, actually, Mr. Shawn has had me investigating that guy all along. But I never thought that he'd suddenly show up. Who was he? Who could hate him so much?
Don't overthink it. Maybe that guy just needs money.
Who's the patient's family?
I am.
Sign the critical condition notice.
Doctor, is there something wrong? He's been so tough. How could he?
Just sign it. There's no time.
I won't sign it. Doctor, I'm begging you. Please save him. He can't die.
Delaying will only make things worse.
I'll sign it.
Charlie.
Doctor, the patient has already died.
How could he die? He has always been a lucky guy. How could he possibly die? Malcolm. Wake up. Malcolm, you can't die. Get up now. I hate you. I hate you. Malcolm. You're a liar. Doctor.
We found the one behind your grandfather's car accident.
Who is it?
It's Harold, the same guy who caught you. He comes from the fishing village.
What's his relationship with Sherry?
They used to be a couple, and Sherry is likely to be the mastermind behind the accident.
So, it's really her.
Why tell these to Yancey so suddenly?
Harold has helped me eliminate Malcolm, but he is too greedy and becoming worse day by day. Yancey will be the perfect tool to get rid of him for us.
Aren't you worried that Yancey will spare her? They're sisters, after all.
A farmer's daughter from a small village daydreams that she can be a true princess. Sister, what a joke.
How poor Yancey's real sister is, having passed away for so many years, but still being taken advantage of.
Hello, who are you?
Ma'am, do you know where the owner of this chime is?
She's passed away.
Passed away? How could it be?
Her tomb is over there.
Then, do you know someone by the name of Sherry?
You say Sherry? That's my troublesome girl. She has left years ago and never sent back a single letter since then.
She is your daughter?
Of course.
Then who owns this wind chime?
That girl was picked up from the sea by me. I raised her for many years. Alas. Yet her life was so sadly short. She ended up drowning in the sea. Alas.
Grandpa, you tried hard to find my sister. But she passed away long ago. And that Sherry is not your real granddaughter at all. Grandpa, I am just so tired.
Harold, you're not getting away today.
Shit, why can't I get rid of you? So annoying.
The boss saved my life. I'd track you down. Even if it's the last thing I do.
A nice speech, but you're still a mere servant.
I'm better off than a ruffian like you, even as a servant.
Let's talk this over. Let me go. I'll give you money. I'm loaded with money, you know.
Not everyone is as money crazy as you.
Don't move. Drop the knife.
Charlie, how are you? Are you all right? Keep hanging in there. The ambulance is on its way. Just hold on.
Ma'am. No need. Tell the boss. I've caught Harold. This time, I didn't fail him.
Stop talking.
Take care of the boss. Take good care of him.
Charlie? Charlie.
Harold, are you all right? Let me know if you need anything. I'll figure out a way to get it to you.
That's enough, Sherry. Do you think I'm that dumb? It was you who told Charlie where I was, wasn't it?
It's not what you think.
Without me, you'll be able to enjoy all the wealth and luxury, won't you?
Harold, How could you think of me like that?
Isn't that right? Honestly, I figured it out. You've never really wanted to be with me, right from the beginning. You've been stringing me along, using me to clear your path. It was like that before, and it hasn't changed. All this time, I've been fooling myself.
Harold, believe me, I'm not like that. You should know that I'm carrying our child.
What did you just say? Are you telling the truth?
Why on earth would I lie to you? I've had only you, through and through.
What about Malcolm?
I've got nothing going on with him.
Sherry, if you dare lie to me, I won't let you off, even as a ghost. All right. You can go back, take care of our kid. I'll handle the rest. I know what to do.
Thank you, Harold.
What did you just say? Malcolm is still alive?
I heard that his heart stopped, but somehow he was brought back to life.
He is incredibly lucky.
Then, what's the plan now?
It's nothing. He's a completely broke nobody now.
Oh, by the way, the company's projects lately have hit one bump after another. I wonder what the reason is.
That's not a big deal. About what I asked you to do with the stocks. How's it going?
Rest assured, everything is well arranged.
Sweetheart, why are you crying?
Grandpa, great, you're finally awake.
All right, relax. I can hardly breathe.
I'll go get the doctor now.
Oh, just relax. Don't be so worked up. I'll live a bit longer. It's all right, babe. Everything's okay now. Oh, by the way, there's something I should have told you. I found your sister. Right before the car accident, and we had a DNA test done.
Grandpa, are you talking about Sherry?
Yes, what? Do you know her?
Way more than just knowing her.
Yansy? Sherry has gone through a lot, so treat her well in the future. You both had tough lives. Well, it's wonderful that you two are finally reunited. I couldn't be happier about it.
Grandpa, there's something I need to tell you. Mr. Sean has passed away.
It's all my fault. He shielded me to save my life. So he got hurt worse than I did.
Grandpa, this isn't your fault. Everything should be blamed on the person who planned it.
What did you just say? Wasn't that an accident?
Hello?
Hello, Mrs. Scott. If you're available, please come to the office. Harold, you'd better be honest. Your guilt will deepen if we find out more.
Don't ask anymore. The car accident, the abduction, and murdering Malcolm. I did everything on my own. It didn't involve anyone else.
Why did you want to kill Malcolm?
Why did I? A grudge against wealth. Or just couldn't stand him. Life doesn't always need a reason. People like him, honestly, deserve it.
I don't understand. Is a woman like Sherry really worth all your sacrifice?
I did it all alone. It had nothing to do with anyone else. If there's an issue, take it up with me.
That's not right. He's lying for sure. When we were at that half-finished building, he insisted he didn't know Sherry. But from his behavior just now, it's clear he knows her.
Yes, we'll keep investigating and inform you once we find anything.
Thanks. Sherry?
Where are you rushing off to?
Malcolm, weren't you dead?
How do you know that? Was it you who ordered Harold?
I didn't...
He killed Charlie.
I don't know anything. I've been trying to protect the baby these days.
Don't bring up the baby. Nothing ever happened between us? You know that better than anyone else?
Harold, that scumbag forced me. I was out of options. Malcolm, you promised Grandpa you'd look after me. Have you forgotten?
I'll ask you one last time. Was it you who got Harold to hurt Charlie?
I swear, I had no idea about that.
I did promise to Grandpa to take good care of you, but you've crossed the line. But since you are Yancy's sister, I'll give you one last chance.
Why are you here? Where is she? Did you let her go?
It wasn't her. She's a victim, too.
What on earth has that woman mesmerized you with? As the president of the Sean Group, how can you be so oblivious?
Yansy, do you know that Sherry is your sister?
Did Grandpa tell you that?
Yes, Grandpa asked me to look after her. That's why.
What? Harold tried to end his life?
Grandpa, I'm so glad you're awake. You and Yancey are the only family I have now.
Don't worry, Sherry. With Yancey and me here, no one can push you around anymore.
It's great to have you around, Grandpa.
Yancey, you arrived just at the right time. Come over. That's fantastic. You two can finally be sisters again.
Yancey, it turns out you're my blood-related sister.
Sherry, you don't have to pretend in front of me. I just went to the hospital. Harold tried to end his life, but he's still alive. Are you scared?
Sherry, Yancey, what are you talking about?
The doctor just came by and said Grandpa has a tumor in his brain. He can't handle any stress. You know what to do. Grandpa, I'll head off first.
All right, go ahead. Yancey, take a seat first. I need to talk to you about something.
Go ahead, Grandpa.
I need a favor. I guess this must be really hard for you. But Sherry, since she's expecting, can you let her and Malcolm be together? For my sake.
Grandpa, what are you talking about?
Grandpa knows that you're making a significant sacrifice. But Sherry has endured so much these years. Before my time comes, I hope to see her find happiness.
So, Grandpa, you're asking me to make a sacrifice?
Can you promise I don't have much time left? I'm on my knees begging you. Isn't this enough?
Grandpa, please don't act like this. I agree. I'll go along with it.
Yancey, good girl. Thank you. Now I can face your parents peacefully when my time comes.
Why? Why do you have to be like this?
You can finally marry Sherry. Isn't that great?
You know the one I love is you.
Mr. Sean, let's not joke about that. I dare not accept your love. Don't forget, Sherry carried my bone marrow.
Yancey? Do you really need to be so pushy?
Yes, I do.
Yancey, I was set up and drugged by Sherry. Last time, you know I'm not that kind of person. My love for you is sincere. Let's be together, shall we?
Jerrick, I'm grateful for all the help you've given me so far. But we could never make it. As a friend, Jerrick, I want to give you some advice. It's best to quit what you're doing now, before when there's no turning back.
We only live once, and no one knows the outcome without taking a risk.
That's all I'm going to say. The choice is up to you.
Jerrick, what do you need from me now? I'm about to leave.
Without you, how will Malcolm divorce Yansy?
What does that have to do with me? Malcolm is just a poor wretch who's got nothing left. What gain is there for me in marrying him?
You're really short-sighted. Haven't you ever heard that? The old lion still has claws.
But what about Harold? What if he spills the beans on me?
Don't worry. He'll be muted soon. Inject this into him. And before anyone knows, all the secrets will disappear without a trace.
Malcolm, how's this one looking?
Anything's fine, Nick.
I just called Yansy, asking her to give me suggestions. Yansy, what do you think about this dress?
You made Grandpa call me to get me here, to see you showing off.
Yansy, don't be so mean. We're sisters after all. Shouldn't you offer your best wishes?
We're not even sure if we're blood related.
Yansy, don't you think this dress is a bit too tight? It looks like my belly is showing.
Sherry, you've lost your mind. I can even let go of the man next to you. Yet you want to use the baby in your belly to provoke me?
Malcolm, you promised Grandpa you'd look after me and the little one, so don't go back on your word.
Rest assured, since I've decided to keep my promise on, I'll definitely give you a wedding. That exceeds your expectations.
Miss Scott, I was just about to contact you.
Doctor, is there something wrong with Grandpa?
I just want to tell you, there's a minor issue with his test report.
Doctor, what's going on with Grandpa?
The test sample got mixed up with someone else's last time. It caused a misdiagnosis.
So, Grandpa doesn't have any tumors?
Yes, I'm really sorry about the mistake. And today, I ran another test. He's bouncing back really well.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Doctor.
Sherry, you're stunning today. Hard work truly pays off. You will finally be a member of the Shawn family.
Victoria, you're the truly gorgeous one today. Look at that necklace. Clearly, it's worth a small fortune. The gemstone is so large. You'll take all the spotlight today.
How shameless can that Yansy be? She was thrown out as a discarded woman, and she still dares to show up here.
Victoria, use your brain, or you'll be used like a pawn without knowing it. To be honest, your intelligence is making the Shawn family look bad.
Yansy, who are you talking to? Don't forget I am your elder.
I'm no longer Malcolm's wife, so theoretically you're not an elder to me? I can't really blame you. With your intelligence level, it's hard for you to figure that out. Let's get going.
Yansy, today is the big day for me and Malcolm. I must thank you properly. Let me toast to you.
She can't drink.
Malcolm, what are you doing? This isn't just for celebrating my wedding. It's also filled with my blessings. I hope she and Mr. Barrett can, like us, soon become a lovely couple.
Thanks, sis.
How are you feeling?
Mr. Shawn, don't forget, I'm your ex-wife. You should be focusing on your bride.
Malcolm, keep an eye on Sherry. Don't let her drink too much. It might affect the baby. I'll look after Yansy for you.
I've given you plenty of opportunities today. Don't put it off until my child is born, and you still haven't taken her down?
You'd better focus on your own issues.
Grandpa.
Hey, Sherry.
So the bride's a fraud? I knew she was no good. I told you she's bitch. Turns out she had a man all along.
No, Grandpa, that's not true. Trust me, Grandpa.
You're not Yancy's sister. Who are you?
Sherry, is a girl from a family in the fishing village. She drowned the granddaughter of the Scott family for her own comfort and wealth. I saw it with my own eyes.
You're lying. That's a lie. Grandpa, please trust me.
How will you explain the paternity test? It includes more than just you and me. It also involves another person. Is that your biological parent?
No, that's not true. Grandpa, I'm your granddaughter. You personally arranged the test, don't you remember?
But what really happened?
That's because the sample used back then wasn't even hers. At that time, my sister was still alive. This wicked woman pushed her into the sea so that she can marry into the Scott family.
Grandpa, you have to trust me. I am really your granddaughter. Grandpa, it's Harold. His love turns into hate. He is jealous that I am marrying Malcolm. Grandpa, you must believe me. Grandpa.
Sherry, you are so despicable. Even at the end, you refuse to repent.
Harold, I know you have feelings for me, but I only love Malcolm. Where is Malcolm?
What's going on here?
Get up.
What are you doing? You should arrest the murderer, Harold. What are you doing? You need to arrest Harold, the murderer. It's not me. Let go of...
Sherry, we suspect you're involved in multiple criminal cases. Please come with us for an investigation.
Sherry, for you, I turned into a monster. But when I knew you were carrying our kid, I thought I'd handle it all by myself. I never thought, though I was ready to die, you'd be the one trying to take my life.
Don't talk about how much you love me. You just wanted to make use of me. Aside from my body, you're eager to get endless gains from me.
Ooh.
Malcolm, I've dedicated myself to you. Is this my reward?
Who was responsible for the accident involving Grandpa and Mr. Shelton? And who forced me to hurt the person I love most?
Ha. So what? All these only prove that your love for Yancey is not that much. And I didn't plan the accident. I just wanted to stop you from marrying Yancey.
Ooh.
Is anybody out there? Help! Somebody help!
Come on, let's take a walk.
Sure.
Well, finally the drama has reached a perfect end. Bad guys got punished. As for the good ones...
I'm really grateful, Jeremy.
No need to be so formal.
If you hadn't given me the heads up that Sherry would mess with my drink, I probably wouldn't have made it today.
We're on the same team. Who else would I support? Oh, Victoria is still locked in the bathroom.
She had it coming.
By the way, I've been really curious. How did you manage to get Harold here?
Doc, save him.
Sherry.
The murderer is unexpectedly cunning. Even with all our precautions, he still managed to get away.
Don't worry. She won't escape. Harold, don't you get it now? You're willing to take on everything alone, but Sherry wants to keep you silent forever.
Who's there?
How are you planning to reward me? I even divorced for you.
Malcolm, get away. What do you mean by for me? Weren't you doing it for yourself?
How was it for myself? Think about it. What man would willingly declare in front of everyone that his newlywed wife is carrying someone else's baby?
You had it coming for breaking apart a pair of poor lovers.
When did I ever break up a couple? If it weren't for Mr. Scott's instruction, I wouldn't have cared for Sherry at all.
Malcolm, didn't you enjoy being surrounded by two women at the same time?
What nonsense are you saying? My heart has belonged to one and only since I was 16.
I didn't see that coming. Turns out you're quite the faithful romantic. So, tell me, do I know that one?
You absolutely know? You're familiar with her.
All right, let's cut the jokes. You better leave now. I need to rest.
I need some rest too. You know, I don't have anywhere to stay now.
You? Stop kidding around. The Sean family is so wealthy. Even if you no longer own the company, you can still find somewhere to live, right?
Yansy, I'm serious this time. I gave all liquid assets to Charlie's family. He is the only child, but now...
His parents bear losing him. What will they do with their lives now?
I must give it my all to compensate them. Charlie has been with me for many years. The two of us have become as close as brothers.
Malcolm, I always thought you were kind of cold-hearted. But today, I saw a different side of you.
So, are you falling for me again?
I see that you've become quite thick-skinned these days.
A famous person once mentioned, only the thick-skinned, they can win over a wife.
Hello, Miss Scott.
Hello, officer.
Harold has confessed to all the charges, but regarding the car accident details, I'd like to confirm with you.
Go ahead, I was right there at the scene. I was driving the car.
Hello, Miss Scott.
Hello, officer.
Harold has confessed to all the charges, but regarding the car accident details, I'd like to confirm with you.
Go ahead, I was right there at the scene. I was driving the car.
According to Harold, he hid at the intersection beforehand, and once you got there, he drove into you and escaped in the chaos. That was when Sherry came out to help you.
Yeah, I remember seeing Sherry pretending to help.
Sherry wanted to stop the old men from approving your marriage. She wasn't planning to kill anyone. But there's one thing I don't understand.
What's that?
We found the car. Looks like someone messed with its brakes.
Are you suggesting there's another culprit?
We can't reveal any details, but you need to think hard about this. Have the old men upset anyone?
I don't think so. Could it be a mistake?
We need to ask Grandpa for details. He might have a clue.
Please let me know if you get any updates.
Mr. Scott, we're here to visit you.
Welcome.
Grandpa, are you okay? You don't seem well?
No.
You have always called me clever since childhood. I know immediately why you're sad.
I'm not sad, sir.
Did the old lady next door get discharged? So there's no one to chat with you now?
You're talking nonsense.
All right, Malcolm. Stop talking nonsense.
I'm too confused and sorry to you both.
Grandpa, don't be like this. Please get up.
I was so focused on compromising your sister. Back then, Sherry cried her heart out while being pregnant. I really couldn't stand to watch.
Grandpa, this isn't your fault. It's all because Sherry was so good at pretending.
I was really out of my mind. I knew you two were meant for each other. Yet I forced you to divorce because of her.
Grandpa, look at us. Aren't we doing fine?
How can it be fine? The divorce papers are already signed.
Don't worry, Grandpa. We'll go get the marriage certificate tomorrow.
It's still early now. Why not go right now?
Sure thing.
Malcolm, did you bring up the divorce paper in front of Grandpa on purpose?
I didn't.
Don't think that'll make me agree to remarry. Don't forget what you did to me.
Yancey, I'm really sorry. I was just so mad at the time, and what Sherry said made me think...
Are you dumb? Sherry faked those photos of me with another guy, and you just bought it.
Hey, Yancey, I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you. She's my kid, too. I was hurt. As much as you were. Yansy.
I never thought you'd come to see me.
Sherry, have you forgotten the unfinished business between us?
What do you want?
I heard. Your mother is in the fishing village, right?
So, what's your plan? Did Mr. Sean tell you all? I don't need a spinal tap. There are many ways to donate marrow.
Mr. Sean gave the directions. He said you are resistant to anesthesia. So we no longer need it. Anesthesias are bad for the child anyway.
That's impossible. That's not what we agreed on. I need to see Malcolm. He can't do this to me. No.
Miss Lauren, have you heard a saying? An eye for an eye.
No, you all lied to me. I'll lose my baby if I had the spin tab. I'm begging you, spare my child. Please, I'm asking you not to.
Miss Lauren, you probably still remember how Miss Scott lost her baby.
Doctor, I'm begging you. Please don't touch my baby. Please don't.
Doctor, how is the baby doing?
As per your instructions, we've utilized the latest technology to preserve the baby. Her recent emotional state and physical condition haven't been great. It has already negatively affected the baby. Luckily, the surgery was done in time. Otherwise, we might have lost the baby.
Is she aware of this?
I told her as you instructed. She got so scared that she fainted.
And what about the child? Yancey, I am truly sorry. I've been such a jerk in the past.
Malcolm, why did you do this?
Everything you've been through, I'll make sure she goes through it too. As for the kid, is it supposed to join her in jail? Sherry doesn't deserve the baby, and I can offer the child a much brighter future.
Malcolm, have you lost your mind?
This is what I owe you, and it's also what I owe our child.
Even so, we can't go back to the way things were.
I know I've made a lot of mistakes. I'm not expecting anything more than a good family and a quality education for the child so that it may have a perfect life.
Yansy, Malcolm, what brings you both here?
Grandpa, I just have a mere cold. It's all because Malcolm overreacted and dragged me to the hospital.
Yeah, she had a fever, so I quickly brought her to the hospital. But everything's fine now. Her fever's gone down.
Oh, be sure to take care of yourself. Jeremy came to see me a moment ago. He mentioned that. He saw you at the hospital too. I waited for a long time, but didn't see you, so I hurried over.
Jeremy? He came to see you?
Oh dear, you don't know it, right? Jeremy is the grandson of my and Gabriel's old war buddy.
What a coincidence.
Yeah, it is. Fate sure works in mysterious ways. Back in the day, Gabriel and I, and Jeremy's grandpa, were the closest of friends, a rock-solid trio.
Oh, by the way, Grandpa, the police just told us about the details of the car accident. They asked us to consult you if you and my grandpa ever had any.
Enemies or rivals? No, not at all. Gabriel and I have always got along well with everyone. We've never held grudges against anyone. If anything, it's those invaders. The deep grudge against them will stay with me my whole life.
Okay, Grandpa, I get it. If you remember anyone besides them, just let me know.
What's up, kid? Am I bothering you now?
No way, Grandpa. Malcolm is concerned you might get tired. Let us take you back to your room.
All right, I can walk by myself. You little brat. Treat my granddaughter well, or I'll report you to your grandpa someday.
I swear.
Jeremy.
Hey, you're here.
If it weren't for Grandpa, I wouldn't have thought you'd be here.
I've been a regular here recently. Oh, by the way, the doctor who is treating your grandpa is the dad of my childhood friend. Feel free to tell me if you need anything.
That's why the doctor is so attentive to Grandpa. Turns out we're connected by you.
Yancey? Who is this?
Hello, I'm Jeremy, Yancey's classmate in college. I'm currently freelancing.
A freelancer, which is basically being jobless, right?
How do you have the nerve to call others that when you're also unemployed?
I just went to the bathroom.
Jeremy, want some water?
There's none left. I drank it all.
Thanks, I'm not thirsty.
Well, there's some fruit. Do you want some?
It's for Grandpa. He needs to boost his nutrition.
Well, I should get going now.
Sorry about that, Jeremy.
No worries, I'll come by next time.
Yeah.
All right, let me walk you out. You shouldn't visit her too often. There's no need for frequent visits between classmates.
Rest assured, Mr. Sean, my relationship with Yansy isn't like yours or Jerrick's. We're solid friends.
Can there be genuine friendship between men and women?
I thought Mr. Sean wasn't the type to worry about romantic affairs. If you have the time to feel jealous, I suggest you spend it on the Sean group. Just a piece of advice. What Jerrick wants isn't that straightforward.
Sounds like you know something fishy.
Grandpa, take care of your health. We're heading out now.
Okay, stay safe on your way.
Sure. Malcolm, could you please be a bit more courteous to my friend?
That friend who obviously has ulterior motives. You should keep your distance from him.
And who exactly are you to me? What right do you have to tell me what to do?
I'm saying this for your sake. What?
I don't need your superficial concern. I'm leaving now.
Where are you going?
Off to work. See you.
You...
Malcolm, you didn't expect this, did you?
What exactly are you planning, Jerrick?
Hey, Malcolm, something's not right at the company. When are you coming back?
Before they are brought down, they'll be driven mad at first. Let them have fun for a few more days, McCour.
And what about me?
Mr. Hobbs, you have been with Grandpa for many years, so you know what to do. Right?
The chairman is my great benefactor. I would never stand by and watch as the Sean family's business falls into the hands of outsiders.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Hobbs.
Oh, by the way, Tim has been up to something too. He and Jerrick have teamed up to push you out of the picture, thinking they could enjoy the benefits. With their plan falling apart now, he will definitely make a move soon.
Mr. Hobbs, I asked you to get close to him to ensure he had no hidden agendas.
Don't worry, I can tell right and wrong, though he carries the Sean name. He's your grandfather's adopted son. We were all guided by the chairman. I know what needs to be done.
All right.
Hello?
Hey, Jeremy, where are you? I'm coming to see you.
Did your jealous buddy finally leave?
Stop goofing around. I've got something to ask. You're in the office, correct?
Yeah.
Jeremy, as a friend, I want to ask you, how much do you know about Jerrick's plan?
You two are both my friends. I shouldn't talk too much about him. I can only tell you that his purpose for coming back this time is not just about the Sean group.
He came back for revenge.
His recent actions seem pretty dangerous. I did try to warn him, but he seemed too caught up in it and refused to listen.
I just watched the news. What's going on with the Sean Group's stock prices? The news clearly reported that several projects took a dive, but the stock price skyrocketed like crazy. That really doesn't make sense.
What do you mean by that?
Is he trying to destroy the Sean family?
Oh dear, I don't really understand the stock price thing, but you shouldn't overthink it. It's probably normal market ups and downs.
Jeremy, thanks for helping me investigate the car accident and Sherry's situation.
Come on, there's no need to be so formal between us.
If you hadn't given me the heads up that Sherry's family lives in the fishing village, I wouldn't have found that she's actually an imposter.
The projects that usually run smoothly are getting in trouble one after another. How could that happen under your supervision?
Mr. Barrett, I warned you about this earlier. You were the one who told me to leave it alone.
Tim, you're the project director. All the sites with issues are having trouble because of quality problems. How were those materials acquired? Just how many bribes did you receive?
Jerrick, you've got quite the nerve now, don't you? I've given my all to the company, yet you have the nerve to question me? All right, accusing me of taking bribes. Where's your proof?
Don't worry, the evidence will be thrown right in your face soon.
Mr. Sean, there's a disturbance at the construction sites. I've been looking all over for you. Thank God you are here. Sorry, Mr. Barrett, I was in a rush. So you see... Just a young rookie. How dare he try to walk all over me? Who does he think he is? He's nothing but a bastard. Tim, lower your voice a bit. After all, he's still the president. It's not good if others hear it either. So what if they do? I'm not scared of him. I warned you at the beginning to be careful, to prevent things from getting out of hand. And see, wasn't I right? Is there any point in talking about this now? All right. Well, it is what it is now. We need to figure out our next move. If he gets the evidence first, it'll be a life struggle for us. I've been working here for decades. Not that simple. He's still too green to take me on. So, what's your plan? Help me stir things up for him. Malcolm, it's time to make a move.
Have things exploded now?
They've reached the point of the toughest time now.
All right.
By the way, should we add more fuel to the fire for Jerrick?
You mean...
The coming-of-age gift from your grandpa should have grown well by now.
Timing seems indeed right.
Come in.
Mr. Barrett, our company's stock price has been doing quite well recently. That was truly a brilliant move of you, raising the price to lure retail investors, then sell high and buy back at a lower price. The profit is much higher than doing honest business.
You've been earning quite a bit lately, haven't you? The promises I made to you back then are fulfilled one by one now.
Thanks, Mr. Barrett.
Right. About that merger discussion I asked you to handle last time, how did it turn out?
Mr. Barrett, our company has been running smoothly on its own, and it's making profit. So, why do you decide to sell it off at this time?
You don't understand a thing. The Sean Group is currently thriving, selling off. Some shares to earn, some quick cash. Isn't that a good idea?
This is a major company in Kyoto. It's a strong and influential company, and it's a unique presence in the area. They offered a pretty good price.
All right, leave it here. I'll check it out later. If it works for us, we'll get in touch.
Sure. Rest assured, Mr. Sean, the trap is set. Just sit tight and wait for good news.
Thank you, Mr. Lincoln.
Malcolm, you've changed. You never talked like this before.
I was young and naive back then, and those antics were just for show.
Ever since you left, Jerrick and Tim have turned the company into a mess. We're all waiting for you to return, to lead us back to our former glory.
I'll definitely live up to your expectations.
Malcolm, are you always this free?
Stop joking. Can't you see I'm busy? I have to protect the tower.
What on earth are you up to? Can't you go out and find a job? Are you planning to stay at home forever?
What, worried that I can't afford you?
Malcolm, return to the company. I know only when you're on the job, you truly unleash your potential.
Wow, you really know me well.
I'm serious. I don't want any of your stocks. We should handle the transfer papers sometime.
Oh, you don't want my money?
Are you even listening to me?
All right. We can make a good profit selling it.
Mr. Barrett, there's trouble. The company is interested in a firm similar to ours. If you want to sell the shares, now is the best time to do so.
In such a hurry?
Better to rush now than regret it later.
Well, find someone to stir up the stock price with media hype.
A brilliant move, Mr. Barrett. This gives us leverage once more for negotiations with them.
Mr. Barrett, we need to discuss this. Yancey is selling her shares.
At this point,
it's rumored that she wants to cut all ties after divorcing Malcolm.
Then we have to take the shares back.
I'll get things ready right away.
You guys didn't have to come over. I can pack up these things myself.
No way. Grandpa, you shouldn't use much strength. Look, even Malcolm insisted on coming.
Grandpa, Yancey said, if I became totally useless, she would abandon me and kick me out to sleep on the streets.
Don't worry. As long as I'm here, she won't ever leave you.
Grandpa, you're the best.
Grandpa, you just got discharged and should avoid greasy food. I'll make you braised pork next time.
All right, I know it's Malcolm who likes it. I'll accommodate him. Thanks.
Grandpa, we came back so hurriedly today. How about I book a room for you and Malcolm tonight?
Don't be silly, there's no need. I'll sleep on the floor and you two can have the room.
No, Grandpa, you just came back and the floor is too cold.
Cut it out. after serving in the army for so many years. I'm in better shape than both of you can. Come
Let's
on.
go. Grandpa? You, sleep on the floor.
What if Grandpa comes to check on us?
Well,
Yansy. I've long been realizing that I'd terrible mistakes. I know it's tough to forgive me now, but could you give me another chance?
Sorry, I didn't see anything. Please, go on, don't mind me.
Isn't it about time now? All right. Don't forget to propagate it on media.
You're Jerrick, right?
Yes, that's me.
Please come with us. You're suspected of stock market manipulation. Please cooperate with our investigation.
You must have made a mistake.
Here is the evidence you requested.
It's you.
Sorry, I had to side with justice.
What nonsense? It's because of Malcolm, am I right? How much did he give you?
Tim Sean, you're suspected of embezzlement and bribery, which caused severe accidents at construction sites. Please cooperate with our investigation.
As the CEO, what were you thinking when you manipulated the market and harmed the small investors? Don't you think what you did is more than just a little greedy? Isn't it kind of extreme?
Give me back my money.
Go.
To give you a taste of your own medicine.
The winner takes all. I've got nothing to say.
Welcome back, Mr. Sean. Welcome back, Mr. Sean.
The company is facing a tough period. I hope everyone can pull together to get through.
We pledge to stand by the company. We pledge to stand by the company.
Mr. Lincoln, later, please give everyone the information about the company that's planning to buy us.
Okay.
Why are we still selling the company?
I know you're all wondering why we're selling even after my return.
It's because the buyer is also owned by Mr. Sean. In the future, our group will become a full-fledged empire. Our territory will keep expanding.
Great.
That company was my grandfather's coming-of-age gift to me, and the Sean Group is the treasure of my grandfather and me. They'll all be one big family in the future. I hope you'll all treat it the same as you treat the Sean Group.
Skin soft, fiston.
I really didn't see that coming. You're the first to come see me.
Do you have any other family?
Family? I'm just a kid without a mom or dad.
What about your mom?
After your father married your mother, my mom ended her life in depression.
On behalf of my father, I want to apologize.
Listen, I don't need anyone's apology. I don't want you to think I'm a poor, unwanted soul.
This watch is what my father gave me. Having it with me once saved my life. I hope it will protect you in times to come. Take it. Think of it as a gift from my father.
Malcolm, go to hell.
Victoria, why do you do this?
Malcolm, you ungrateful brat. Even though Tim was adopted by the Shawn family, he did watch you grow up, yet you don't even show a bit of sympathy.
If Tim had just kept out of trouble, when hasn't there been a place for him? Ever since I was little, have I ever treated him differently because he was Grandpa's adopted son?
He did those things because your grandpa didn't give him an inheritance.
Auntie? Wasn't what Grandpa gave him enough? When did he ever appreciate it? Lacking virtue is a huge risk. Grandpa made him project director for many years, but he was always pocketing money for himself. Did he ever get any better?
I don't understand any of what you're saying. All I know is you disregard family ties and sent Tim to jail with your own hands.
Victoria, if you've got any sense left, you should head home now. I can promise your family a comfortable life, or I'm calling the police right now. I bought the Shawn Group at the lowest possible price. All of my assets have been placed under your name. From now on, you'll have to take care of me.
What are you doing?
I don't even understand myself now, but I just can't help it. I can't control myself anymore. I just want to give it my all to treat you well. In my own way.
Even now, I still couldn't take down the Shawn Group. Is it truly fate that's keeping it standing?
Yansy, look at what I found.
What did you find?
Yansy, I found a picture of you and Malcolm when you were kids. Look at that chubby kid. He was so fat and ugly back then. Ha ha ha.
He's still pretty ugly now.
That one was taken when I was in the army with Gabriel. And this is Lynch.
Mr. Scott, you and Mr. Davis and my grandpa were an inseparable trio. Why did Mr. Davis never show again?
He got into some trouble and left the army.
What was it, Grandpa?
Well, I might as well tell you. It's all old news now. Years back, Lynch was accused of stealing from the army and ended up being sentenced to prison.
What?
How could something like this happen? I never believed he would steal. But no matter how I questioned him, he simply wouldn't say a word.
Back in those days, something like this might ruin people's reputations forever. It could even impact the career paths of next generations. So,
yeah. Jeremy mentioned it to me once. He used to be a police officer. But when it came time for a promotion, because of his grandfather, well, what a pity.
Let me take it.
Delivery. Are you Malcolm?
That's me.
Here's a package for you.
Grandpa, I'll be right back.
Where are you heading? Do you want me to join you?
Just stay home and keep an eye on Grandpa. I'll be back soon.
All right, then.
Isn't that Lynch Davis? I can't believe he's living like this now.
The person who sent the photos must be trying to tell us something. So, what exactly happened back then?
I only know that back then. After Lynch was fired for stealing, your grandpa was down for quite a while. I thought he was just missing a friend. But now it seems there's more to the story.
Could it be that? My grandpa was the one who stole things, and Mr. Davis took the blame for him? But how could my grandpa, being such an honest man, ever steal anything?
His family was going through a tough time. Phones from his home kept ringing, saying your grandma was ill. I think he may have no choice. Kid, you were born in good times and haven't gone through the days when a single penny counted as a fortune. Those were truly difficult days. Oh, as I said, he had no choice.
Have you forgotten the keys? Jeremy, don't harm Yancey. Isn't it Sean Group that you want? I'll give it to you.
Malcolm, if you want Yancey to be safe, bring along transfer agreements for all Sean Group's shares. Come by yourself. Or else.
What's the matter?
Nothing much. Yancey went to the supermarket. I'll go pick her up. Okay. What you requested is here. Let Yancey go. You scoundrel. Where have you hidden Yancey?
What? Miss her already after such a short time?
This is between our families. She has no part in it. Whatever you want, just come to me.
I don't have any other options. If I don't use the woman you love, will you even show up?
Jeremy, I feel guilty about what happened. I thought my grandpa...
Shut up. It's easy for you to say that now. You know because of that incident. What kind of life my family has been living. Do you think it'll be over? With a simple sorry?
That's why I brought this. Have a look at this contract. If there's anything you're not happy with, we can talk about it.
Mr. Sean, you're as generous as always. We'll discuss the contract later. First, kneel down. Kowtow 3 times toward my grandpa's grave. Then I'll think about letting your wife go.
Keep your word.
Malcolm, I finally understand why you're the one always win. The qualities you possess are indeed much better than Jerrick's and Tim's.
Can you tell me where Yancey is now?
She's just asleep. She doesn't know a thing. Don't let her know I'm that kind of person.
You expect more than friendship from Yancey, don't you?
If you encountered light in your youth,
then for the rest of your life, it becomes a past you can never forget. Yancey, wake up. We're going home.
Where's Jeremy?
He had something to do and went home. He let me come pick you up. Grandpa is still waiting for you at home.
Are you hurt? How did that happen?
I bumped into something when rushing to find you.
Hand over your phone.
Why do you need my phone?
I want to make a post to let everyone see that the CEO of the Sean Group can't even walk right.
Don't post it. Come on.
You're back. Go wash your hands and let's eat.
Mr. Scott Yancey, let's move to a new place. This room is way too small, AC.
Sure. I agree. I've been sleeping on the couch. My back is killing me.
What are you planning now?
I just want to move to a bigger room, so we'll live more comfortably. Donate $50 million in Jeremy's name to the Hope Primary School in his hometown. The money will come from my personal account, and it will increase yearly.
Everything is taken care of.
You already know all about it?
I've been around for decades like an old fox. My years would have been for nothing if I can't see through something this simple.
Jeremy just won't accept the money, so I can only donate in his name. Hopefully this can make up for a little.
Sometimes a matter that you hold for decades is just about holding your ground once. Jeremy, all he wanted was an apology. It was never about the money.
I know that.
What are you going to do with Yansy?
I'm planning to hand the company to a professional manager. Then we can go live abroad together.
What? You want to retire already? And you even want to bring Grandpa and me along?
Doesn't it sound nice to enjoy life early?
No, not really. Right, Grandpa?
Just listen to him.
You still haven't forgiven me. Dear, don't be mad anymore. How about we get our marriage certificate?